Hello, welcome back to my channel InfoSec Lab, and today we're gonna be doing another room of TryHackMe. It's day number 3 of Event of Cyber 2024 from TryHackMe, and today we're gonna be doing another log analysis activity. If you remember from day number 2, we did some log analysis used on AoC, which is a SIEM tool for log events management. And in this room, we're gonna be dive a little bit deeper into the tools and its UI interface. So the objectives of this room not only to learn about ELK, which stands for Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana, but also learn about KQL, Kibana Query Language, which is mainly used to look for values in the log events. We also cover two of the most popular web vulnerabilities: insecure file uploads and remote code executions. These are the very popular. We're gonna be looking at these two vulnerabilities from two perspectives: blue teaming and the red teaming. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So, what's the file upload vulnerabilities? In modern web applications, we have the options to upload images or files onto the web applications. It can be images for your profile pictures, images for your products, or can be a PDF file for your resume when you apply for a job, etc. So if the application doesn't handle the user input very well, meaning that they don't validate users uploaded file, then attackers can actually upload malicious script to interact with the target system, and then there and hence getting a web shell onto the target system. So what is a web shell? A web shell is just imagine that like a remote control that allows attacker to remotely to interact with the target applications. And if the application is not secure enough, then the attacker can, by using the web shell, can actually perform remote code execution, meaning that you can perform some commands onto the on the target system, which is dangerous, right? So we're gonna be taking a look at these two vulnerabilities from two perspectives, as I mentioned: blue teaming and red teaming. Without further ado, let's get started. So from the room right here, open the website that the room provided, which is this URL right here. I know. Now, as you may know, for day number 2, you're gonna have to click on the left menu, click Discover, and let's take a quick look at the UI right here. Over here is the search bar. This is where you input the KQL, the Kibana Query Language. So let's say you want to look for a specific IP address. You can put IP. You can put IP and then maybe 10.10.10.20. So what it does is it's gonna be filter out all the log events that contain IP address 10.0.10.20. So that's the search bar. Secondly, this is the index part. This is the index where you select the log collections. I'm not sure if that's correct. Let me double check. Yes, it's called the index pattern. So what the index pattern is allows you to select a log collection. Within the tool, there are gonna be a lot of multiple collections of logs from different sources. You wanna collect logs from one website, and then you're gonna have a different collection to monitoring another web application, another website. That's where we choose right here. So in this case, we are interested in Frosty Pine Resorts log collection. We click that. We don't see any data populated. That's because we haven't set a time, the period we want to view. Over here on the right side corner, top right corner, we're able to set the time period where we want to view the log events. And what we interested in looking at is for events on October 3rd from 11:30 a.m. Yes, all the way to 12 p.m., which is only half an hour. Click update, and boom, the log is here. Now, as you may see, it's very confusing to look at. Like there are a ton of information. There's a chunks of data. We're not sure what to look at, but AoC has done a really good job at highlighting these fields or these important fields that we may be interested in. Going back to the left side, we have the field available fields. If you recall from day number 2, this is where you select or filter out, select what fields that you're interested to display on this log panel. Usually, when reviewing your log, we're interested in the timestamp, so we're gonna add timestamp here. We are interested in the client IP. We're also interested in the request, the message, and sometimes we may be interested in the response too. All right, so the data is much easier for us to read and comprehend. So what's next? Oh, sorry, over here is a visualizations of the activities happening. So the time frame we select is from 11:30 all the way to 12 p.m. And then during this time period, we see a peak activity from at 11:39, which shows that there may be some anomalous activity happening right here, which we might take an extra investigation, extra resources to look at. Now we talk about execute file upload and then remote code execution. From the blue team's perspective, usually when attacker upload the shell to the target, they use the name shell.php. So that's gonna be the most popular or common ways to look for the malicious malicious script. So how do we do that? You can actually go through each of these log event entry to take a look at. You can click on this arrow right here to expand the log and then read everything, but it's going to be time consuming and it's not very productive. It's not very efficient. One way to do that is to use the KQL, the key binary query log. You can use message like the room explained, shell.php, and update. Now we're gonna see a bunch of entries that contains the shell.php. As we can see right here, it looks like the get request URL is media images room and shell.php. And over here, if you check on another entry, we see that attackers try to execute some commands like this is the ID, this is ls, and another ls command, and who am I. So some basic enumeration commands now on the target machine. Now you may say, a lot of time you might not find the shell.php in messages like this. So another way to look at the shell.php file or script is to run this one. We're gonna take a look at the request, right? We can also take a look at the request right here, and we see the path is like media images room shell.php. Excuse me, sorry, shell.php. But it may be time consuming if we go through one by one. So we may be doing another, instead of doing message shell.php, we can actually take another KQL request contents. Now it's going to give you the same results because in this case whatever contains in the messages also contain because the shell.php, wherever it's in the messages are also in the request, so the result doesn't update. But in real life, you're gonna see this request right here. So that's it from the blue team perspective. That this is these are the places where you look for the cues and then indicators that the application is being attacked and then being exploited, and then remote code execution will actually perform on this target machine. So now let's move on to the red teaming perspective. Before starting any activity for the blue teaming, let's make sure that we have the host file added this domain name. Sorry. To access the frostedpine.thm, you will need to reference it within the host file on a chat box. This can be done by executing the following command in a terminal: echo IP address frostedpine.thm to the sc host, sc-host /host, sorry, which I've already did it. So let's double check if it's working. First, the TryHackMe. There was a typo. And we got to this beautiful website right here. Now the way it works is like, as I mentioned, in modern web applications, they have the features for user to upload file images. Our job right now is to find where that feature is within this web application. Let's go through the room. Explore. There's nothing clickable. I mean, that's just the normal process how it should be, but usually enable to upload the file, you're gonna have to log in as a user, because that's the common workflow nowadays, right? So instead of going through the pages, the application like I just did, which is bad, well, let's try to log in. Now we don't have any credentials, so how do we log in? If the application is secure, then that's very hard. But if it's an insecure web application, then it may be using some default credentials that which is even though a bad practice, but commonly used by many modern web applications. So let's try. A lot of time the username is gonna be admin, password is gonna be the same admin, or password 123. We don't know. In this case, in the login form, it asks for the email address. So usually the default credential is gonna be admin at and the domain name. So let's try admin at frostedpines.tryhackme, and then password is admin. Okay, it looks like we're logged in right here. You can see we're admin account. Let's go to the dashboard page. Oh, by the way, there's also another way to actually get to this page without you logging in. So let's try that. Let's try again. I'm gonna show you the other way. I don't know if this one is catching up, so let's try open in incognito. I mean, in the private tab. So let's say you land on a website, right? A lot of applications they use admin as the portal. So you mean either you can try brute forcing the directory, the path of the URL, which sometimes may give results. Sometimes it may be admin slash dashboard.php, or maybe sometimes it can be just admin. And then in this case, we get admin. We get directly access to the dashboard without actually logging in. So either way it works, doesn't matter. It's not the main topic of this room. So once we land on the admin dashboard, go to the left side, we have the add room feature right here. So I believe there's gonna be a file upload feature. Yes, there is. Now, before we proceed further, we have to prepare our payload to upload to the to create a web shell. How do we do that? Let's go back to TryHackMe, and then they have already provided us this script right here. You can just copy it. I'm just gonna be recreate the attack. Go to the terminal, and then nano shell.php. You can name it whatever it is. I just name it shell.php because I'm so used to naming it that way. And confirm that the file is right here in the system. Let's try create room 2024. Let's do it. Room 424. Let's give it a name that we can recognize. Haha. Gotcha. And then browse. Now usually it should be a JPEG file or PNG file, so that, but in our directory right here we don't have any file extensions, so we can't really, it doesn't show anything. However, if we click all files right here and try to upload, oh, this is not root, my bad. You don't see any image file right here, but if you try to upload the shell.php, the file that we just created, we should be successfully upload the file. Yay, boom, that's it. Now this is a very, very bad practice. You have to validate the input, the file upload by the users. You never know what users are gonna be uploading to your target system, and you don't want to risk it, right? So moving on next, the room gotcha has been created right here. How do we access the shell? The web chest has the shells like you have to know the location where the image is located. So if you take a look at this one, a regular room with regular image, open image in a new tab, you see that, you know, the path is media images rooms dot, and the name of the image file. Now you can try assuming that all images are stored in the same folder. We can try shell.php, and we should get the shell interface right here. That's one way to get access to the shell. The other way is to actually right click right here and then open image in a new tab. You get the same thing. Now what's next? We get to the shell. Let's try interacting with the target system. Let's see what we have. We can try ls to see what it is. We get the list of the files in the current directory, and we are interested in this file, cat flag.txt, and we got a flag. Yay! But I'm also interested in some other files. Let's see what it is. Cat shell.php. I'm just doing it for fun. Nothing. Oh, that's just another one. How about cat shell.php? Nothing much. Alright, so that's it. That's how you exploit an insecure file upload features on web applications, and from there getting a web shells and perform remote code execution on the target machine. This is dangerous because once you get hold of the victim machine, of the target machine, you can do a lot of things in the machine. You can enumerate more information like we just did right here. Else we can enumerate the machine's information like who am I. You can, or ID. These are just enumerations ID commands that we usually use to reconnaissance or collect informations. And that's it for the room today. Let's try answering the question. Should be pretty straightforward. Directory, okay, where was the web shell uploaded to? Media images, rooms. Okay, media images, rooms. Oh, with a file name too. Shell.php. Yep. Yay, I got 25 straight. 25 days straight. So I'm just being lazy, so I just got it right here from the URL, but you actually have to look at, oh, this is the other Windows, my bad. You have to actually look at the logs in the AoC, which is pretty much the same thing right here. The VM is slow. Hold on a second. It's been overloaded. Right here, media images, rooms, share.php. Either way. Oh, yeah, I'm done. What IP address access web shell? Which IP address access the website? 10.9.254.186. 10.9.254.186. Another, then this one then. 10, 11, 33, 34. 10, 11, 83, 34. Has to be correct. What was the flag? What was the flag? What was the flag? No. No. Had flag now. 60. Glitch was here. Copy. Paste. And that's it for the room. I hope you like it. I hope my explanation was clear. If it's not, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be happy to explain to you again and again and again until you understand the concept. The purpose is to have fun with this room and then to learn. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I also created a walkthrough on Medium site, so if you want to support me and want to read my walkthrough, check it out in the description. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye.